What's good? What's good? Welcome to the Epic Entertainment Critics. I am Antoine.
And I'm still James.
And we have an epic review for y'all today. We got Loki, episode 1. Loki, episode 1. We are going to continue our reviewing of all the Marvel shows episode by episode. Sorry, Loki came out like Wednesday, and this has been out for like 5 days.
Yeah.
So we've been working on the studio. As you see, got a new background. We retired the curtains.
Yeah.
Used to have just a black curtain back here. Got a new background, and that still ain't up and running yet.
But we getting fancy for y'all.
So we're going to do a Loki review. But before we do that, we got an intro. We have returned. I got a lot of tweaking to do, man. We ain't even got our graphics, whatever. But anyway, we knew y'all couldn't wait to hear what we thought about this, so we went on ahead, got on this, ASAP. But no, Loki. This is Marvel Studio beginning phase 4, I believe.
Yeah.
And this is actually what I was asking for, where it's more into the intergalactic side of the Marvel universe, because we didn't already see what's going on Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, let's move on.
Yeah. And like, there's a lot of this higher concept stuff that's like kind of like folks that are into it and like, hey, so where was such and such on all this? And all you could really say up until now is, don't worry about it.
Right, right. And just what they kind of started, gave you a peek at all this when Guardians of the Galaxy came out, was like, okay, it's other worlds and spaceships, and Earth is just a little part of it, and there's other things, other beings out there, That's why when we saw Thanos, everybody didn't like, what the? It was like, oh yeah, we seen purple people before,
Right.
So the Loki is going to kind of explore that side, and that's why I was happy to see that. So let's watch this trailer for that first. Well, it's just the first trailer, and give you kind of a look at what it is. We ain't gonna watch the whole trailer. It's only like a minute and a half. So let's watch this trailer, then we back with our full review of episode 1.
You taking me somewhere to kill me?
No, I'm taking you someplace to talk.
Well, I don't like to talk.
But you do like to lie, which you just did. Because we both know you love to talk. Talky.
How long have you been here?
I don't know, it's hard to say. Time passes differently here in the TVA.
What does that mean?
You'll catch up.
Glorious. You'd better be ready.
You like that music?
Yeah.
I want to say, oh yeah, can't forget this.
Come on. What did you expect?
So whatever's going to happen, he's going to end up being his same old self.
Yeah. Like, the thing I love about this is, like, Loki without character development is entertaining as all hell.
So, okay, where we pick up at is if you see, actually I got that little clip. I don't know if I need to show that, but as you see it in Endgame, Loki, because they went back in time and they changed something. They created other timelines when they went back in time, right? So let's see if this clip will show.
Get your hands off.
Sing it. What messed me up is how they not paying attention to their prisoner at all.
Like the way he did that was like,
He's like,
all right.
this is too easy. That is like if you trying to run from the cops and a car just stop right in front of you with the keys in it.
Yeah, it's like, okay, like cause you see on his face like, is this a trick?
No, it's too easy. So that's where they left off at, and I remember when that happened, I was like, whoa, what?
Because like we was trying to figure out like y'all did all this talking about not disturbing the timeline, and now you gonna do this and not wrap it up.
I mean, I know they needed this to happen to continue the story, but it made the Avengers look so incompetent.
Yeah,
It's like, how you gonna let the weapon you just fought to stop fall right into the villain hands and just have him just leave like holler?
man.
Like you just failed. Everything you just did is wiped out. It's voided. But the show pick up right there. So as we know, when he leave with that Tesseract, he wake up somewhere, and then some people come and take him or whatever. And this is the time police or something, right?
Time Variance Authority.
Right. So from that point, they kind of got this whole thing is he don't know what's going on, and we don't know what's going on, and they kind of like, I guess we feel like we Loki, like, what's this? What the hell, you know? But it killed me how nobody's not telling him what's going on. Now, are you enjoying that, or how you feel about how that?
It's a little frustrating.
Yeah,
I get why, because you got some people that don't want him anywhere near any of this. So it's like you don't need to tell him nothing. You ain't gonna be here long.
I mean, are you enjoying them how they just like?
I'm liking the way they're progressing the reveals.
Yeah.
Like you get your big reveal at the end of this first episode. It's like, oh,
and I was enjoying them kind of just flustering him and just like giving him a hard time for a while.
Yeah.
But then after a while, I'm like, okay, y'all doing this. That dragged just a little bit for me.
It felt personal. Like I'm sure for Loki it was personal because he was the one getting dogged out. But it's like there was that one. I don't even know what her position is, but like the chick with the baton.
Yeah.
Like she seemed like she had an axe to grind, man.
Wasn't that Holiday from the black chick from Luther the Holiday? She was in a whole lot of other stuff. Wasn't that her?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Matter of fact, she was in BVS as the African lady that they had to push off the train because she. She been in a whole bunch of stuff, and you've been like just missing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what? She been popping up in so much stuff because she's such a good actor that you forget because she not playing. She's in Lovecraft Country.
Yeah.
As the sister, and then I was like, she's such a chameleon.
Very versatile.
And then so she got a distinct look. It's like you should know her right away, but for some reason. You just kind of
because she can take a small part and make it big too.
Yeah,
it's like she doesn't mean anything in this scene, but it's like, man, she's doing it though.
Right, and it's just funny that I just forgot that probably because, well, I would say because she don't look like the usual look for lead actors, but she's such a good actress,
and she also doesn't play similar characters.
Yeah, so not to get too far off the subject, but she was. I guess she is always that main guard or henchman that just can't just really hate this person.
Yeah.
So she was giving him an extra hard time.
And she was beating the brakes off.
Right. I think she probably one of them no nonsense kind of, guards or whatever. Yeah. But that's where this conflict come from.
I want one of them batons, by the way.
Because Owen Wilson was like, I guess he like an agent.
He's like
a time agent. Or
something. He strikes me as one of those guys that like he never quite toes the party line. Like he's always off doing his own thing. And for characters like hers, that's going to be annoying more
Right,
more
right.
often
That's
than
gonna be
not.
kind of they gonna butt heads or whatever. So Loki is at this little thing like the DMV.
Yeah, it's absolutely the deal.
And one thing you got to remember, this is the Loki right after Avengers, not the
Yeah.
Loki that progressed that went to like Thor 2 and Thor 3 and what else? I forget he was in something else where we saw a lot of progression with that character. And then it's like, you know, that Loki learned a lot, you know, but this ain't that Loki.
Right.
This Loki is the same arrogant guy who just came off of
Yeah.
the Avengers.
This isn't the Loki that sacrificed himself, actually sacrificed himself in Infinity War.
Right. I think they showed that though, right? They showed him.
They showed him that.
So you ain't gonna wake up from this one. But no,
Undying.
right.
A poor choice of words.
So yeah, right. So this is a different timeline, and this they explored that in not Infinity War. What was the second Endgame?
Endgame, yeah.
Where Thanos from a different timeline never went through what the other Thanos did from Infinity War.
Yeah.
So he was just a straight up villain.
I just love that when Scarlet Witch comes out, you took everything away from me. I don't even know who you are.
Bitch, I don't even know you.
That's
You
still
will.
one-
Okay.
That's still one of my favorite scenes
Smack
from that
you like
whole
the
movie.
rest.
Is I don't even know you.
So right. So it's the same concept,
Right.
you know. So we was wondering like, okay, this Loki is a villain then, and he's like so arrogant. It's like, how do you plead, madam? God,
Yes,
don't
do not please.
I was like, man, drop that now. It's like it's time to drop that.
Like, and also because he keeps trying to do it after they punk him out with something.
Yeah.
Like they'll show him how out of his depth he is, and they'll
But
try to
right. I finish your thought.
yeah, and they'll try to come back and say, "Look, listen, I'm a god. I don't have to do this."
Right. It's like at some point I'm like, says you keep saying you're a god. What have you done that's different from anybody
Like,
else?
also, for a god, you get smacked around a lot.
Like, what was he about to do anyway? Like, don't you? He ain't got no powers, do he? I guess he got some kind of magic powers.
He's got magic, but he can't use it there.
right. I know not
Yeah.
there, but I was like, what do he do when he's not like? What's his magic? I have seen. Only thing I seen him do is
So
shapeshift.
most often he does illusions, but like he
Right,
like
illusions. That's all I see.
He
him
can do like some Doctor Strange style stuff too.
But see, they never
just
have him
haven't
do
shown
that.
him use it.
Right. That's
He can teleport a little bit as well.
a little bit.
Yeah.
It's either you can or can't.
Well, no, I mean like his teleportation abilities are a little limited. Like I think, like he can't teleport like off planet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, all right, whatever. But point is, I was like, dude, you the only one that seems to think that you just almighty guy, because nobody else is like, dude, you just a dude.
Like you keep claiming, you know, to be on game.
And if I would have had this clip with what the Hulk did to your ass,
oh man,
that's embarrassing. he ragged out. I'm like, wow. It's like, and then if just look on his face after the Hulk ragged out, I'm like, dude, you don't look like a god I ever seen.
right.
But anyway, I'm sure the Eternals ain't gonna go out like that.
Nah, it ain't gonna be like that when the Eternals come in.
But no, seriously, yeah, he just keep on just arrogant shit. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, man, you need to drop that. But I was enjoying him giving him a hard time. But as I said, that dragged a little bit because I
Yeah.
got to the point where I was like, okay,
You wanted the story. Okay.
yeah, I wanted the story.
We've
to
had
start.
the bit. Let's get to the
Yeah,
story.
right. They
Yeah.
kind of, I think they just, me personally, I just think they went a little too long on
No,
that.
I'll agree with that.
And speaking of the story, who's the villain? That's what I was like.
Right.
I know they want to, draw it out or whatever.
Yeah.
Because this episode was like almost an hour, right?
Yeah.
I'm like,
I think it was like 50.
I ain't got to see the villain, but what's the conflict? I know it's something going on with somebody going through time and doing something, because Owen Wilson was like investigating, which I was hearing that it's going to be part procedural, part some kind of like a whatever, like a cop show, which is okay. But I'm like, what's the actual threat though? I'm kind of, I mean, unless I missed it, Can you
So they
enlighten me on?
do have this one variant who's causing trouble, and so
Right.
they like Owen Wilson wants to recruit Loki to help them catch.
Yeah, and I'm
this
thinking,
one.
what is Loki gonna help though? Like what can he do that's gonna help you catch this guy?
I mean, he does have unique insight into that variant. Well, at least
Do we know?
Yeah, they told him who it was at the end of the episode.
Oh, I missed it. Who? Oh, was it somebody? It's somebody he knows.
It's him.
Okay. I missed that little
Yeah,
tidbit
it's another Loki, and
from another timeline.
yeah, I'm actually wondering how far they're going to go with.
He's really spoiled this, by the way.
I'm actually wondering how far they're going to go because, like, I personally think they might take because, like, there's a couple of different versions of Loki that show up in the comics that get utilized a little differently. I'm wondering if they might take the opportunity to do that, like the female Loki or the young Loki type thing.
That's possible. Well, this is actually opened up the doors for something like that.
Yeah.
Like if they did that, I wouldn't be like, what's this? I wouldn't even be complaining like, what the hell?
Right.
That's possible. We did it with different timelines, so it's whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That and technically Loki's gender fluid anyway, so. I mean, that's comic accurate and myth accurate, so.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's just it's gonna be hard to get people to accept that. Like, oh, I can be a woman if I want.
I mean, with his shapeshifting, technically he can.
Yeah, that's just an illusion, though.
No, it's not. His shapeshifting is actual shapeshifting.
Okay, so whatever. Let's on this first episode, it's so funny.
We won't go into the time he turned into a horse.
Okay, so it's so funny. They had he found some affinity stones, and
People are pressed about that.
I know. They had this software, this office guy. Hey man, like the real, the I guess a stereotype of an office guy.
Yeah, that's sort of like.
It was so weak because he just kind of jumped at him like, oh God, and he was like seriously scared, and he was like, I'm gonna gut you like a fish. What's a fish? But no, what was funny was when he saw the Infinity Stones, he was like, "Oh yeah, we use those as paperwork."
We see so many of those. The guys around the office just started using them as paperweights.
So,
and you see Loki like just.
They made it clear anything. I guess not just magic. Is it just magic? The technology too, or just magic?
The TVA is like way up there in like orders of magnitude of like potency. We won't say power, but like actual potency. So like. Yeah. The Infinity Stones technically, like the Time Stone might have some power in the TVA, but outside of that, like the stones are just useless there.
Right, I know that's what made him trying to like okay, I need to find out what the hell this is because it's too, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. This is too. So I kind of think about it, this whole show gonna be him trying to stop himself.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. And another thing I want to ask you about. What do you think about the look of everything? Because it's like real retro.
I really,
like,
because in it's retro, but not to belabor a point, but it's kind of timeless.
Yeah. Well, see, I think my opinion is, it's that look of what they thought it was on
retro futurism.
Yeah, right. That's what the shit looked like in the '60s and '70s when they made a little futuristic sci-fi high concept show.
Was going to look like
right. Where they have like monitors and all that stuff. They still have tapes though. They still have like what's that Escape from New York where they was trying to get audio tape, analog audio tape, and that's supposed to be in the future. It's like y'all got to start thinking that stuff gonna be too outdated. But anyway, they had that retro look. I like that. I did like that.
And then you get that vista of what the TVA looks like.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so mesmerizing.
What the hell are the guys they worship or whatever? It's like 3.
So
I know that's in the comics, and I never really got into that.
Now, one of them at least looks like it could be Kang, a
Kang
version
Conqueror?
of Kang. Like
that's what I was hearing.
One of the Kangs anyways. You know, he tends to make
which
variants
makes
of himself.
sense. That would introduce him to the MCU and from there be the next main villain.
And if we use Kang, then that means Doom is in the universe.
Yeah.
So
I mean, yeah. The show looks it looks interesting. I'm thinking like, I think they was thinking about making a movie, but then they do the show. I just hate when I start liking something, but they stretch it out so long that I gotta wait to see what I want to see.
yeah, yeah.
And I feel like it's gonna be some of that. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. But
Yeah, and I'm curious as to what the mechanism of what the storytelling mechanism is going to be here. Because sure, there's going to be time travel, you know,
Right.
but like, are we talking about he's got to go hunt down other variants? Is this just going to be a detective thing, or is he actually going to be like on some quantum leap stuff, fixing time?
you maybe man, that's a quantum leap. I forgot about that.
So it's like there's something that's going wrong here. You got to find what's
Right,
going wrong.
they'll
and
have
fix
him fix something and like get off his main mission and do this
Yeah.
or whatever. I mean, the good part is these don't go too long.
it. Right.
Where it just like be, how many episodes was Falcon? They're only like 6.
I think there was 6 episodes.
Right, so that's a good number.
Yeah.
If they do like 6, they ain't gonna have time for real.
Shenanigans.
Right, because they do that when it's like 13. That was
Right.
their usual number, and it was like that was way too long.
Yeah.
To be whatever ideas they had, 13 episodes is way too long to be stuck on that one.
Well, like,
thing.
because none of these shows have been broad concepts, so you can't really stretch these out.
Yeah, I say the only thing that made it work was that Daredevil season 1.
Yeah.
But even some of that started to be like, okay, let's get back to that main
Like,
story.
because if you're not going to full on serialize it, you have to keep it tight.
Yeah. So, yeah, it looks good, dude. And we are going to continue watching it. But yeah, any final thoughts? I don't know how this is going to connect to the movies.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I'm wondering, because I feel like this isn't really going to connect to the movie. Like, you might get some tiny little shout outs to the movies. But I think by and large, this is set dressing, like letting people know what the background of this, cosmic scale looks like.
Yeah.
And just exploring that, like who the movers are, how things actually operate.
Yeah.
Tell a nice little tight story in the meantime.
Well, yeah, and then they can move on to the movies from this.
Yeah.
So everybody that watch this, once they see these other movies, we don't have to be like, so they're in space now. They can time travel now.
That, and I think they might explain.
They getting that out the way with.
That, and I think they're definitely going to use this to explain some of the loopholes that came out of Infinity War and Endgame. Well, if Captain America went back in time, how did that not become a thing? It's like, don't worry about it. We'll show you.
Yeah. Yeah, so that is that's our review for episode 1 of Loki. Disney Plus comes out every Wednesday.
It's an interesting choice to do it on Wednesday, but I appreciate the hell out of it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's fine. I wish they would be doing more than one show at a time then.
Right.
One on Friday, one on Wednesday.
Yeah.
We should have an episode 2 on Wednesday that day.
Yeah.
Because I'm actually, you off that day, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so we should be able to get that episode 2 up on Wednesday, and hopefully we get some views. But, yeah, we're going to wrap up. So thanks for checking out the video, and please subscribe to the channel if you like our content.
Absolutely.
We will be fixing all the little small stuff we got going on here, so this is temporary right now.
Yeah.
So
we putting in work for y'all.
yeah. All right.
And again, after you hit that subscribe button, just to make sure you get notified every time we post a video or go live, go ahead and do yourself and us a favor. Hit that bell icon right next to the subscribe button. And go ahead and drop a thumbs up if you like the video. And a comment. Let us know what you thought of Loki episode 1. What do you like to see us review next?
Yep. All right. And yeah, we out of here, and we'll be doing some other stuff. So, all right, y'all. We out of here.
Peace.